Motogp is underway for 2018.
More cool on Friday than I am now today, because we had to take some decisions a couple of weeks ago. Which chassis will be the chassis for Valencia, and from Valencia, which engine specification, and so many details on the bike, and yeah, we couldn't prove it while we had to decide. So you need really strong people. Like, I'm really happy for the engineers we have at home, Kurt Trieb, our technical director there, and then here in the garage, Mike and Sebastian. Like, we had really the strong guys to take decisions, even if it was not proven on paper. Yeah, all that came together in Valencia, and we had a result, and that was really fantastic.
I've heard, I would like to hear it from you if it's correct or not, or if we're on the right path. I've heard comments that the new riders on your bikes that have come off Yamaha are very impressed with the engine, like, but they still need, which is impressive by itself, you know, to be stronger than a satellite Yamaha. But they're talking about corner entry or turning, some feeling from the front. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's basically the two main topics from yesterday. What they said, very impressed by the engine, and I'm just repeating you now. Corner entry was kind of difficult, so there it's the plan today to hopefully we can finish the day and give them the feeling what they need. It's definitely clear they both had the same bike, the same feeling, and exactly the same point is disturbing them to put the bike down after releasing the brake. And yeah, but we have some good tools for today to fix that, to go against that, because Paul, he wants the bike like this. But I think his riding style, how he's just leaning over and taking the whole bike with him down, there is a lot of dynamic in Paul's maneuver when he's doing that. But yeah, Johan is riding, his style is different, so he wants the bike more easy to go down. And but lately Randy, while he was testing, he had basically the same requests, and we made him very happy with the steps we did. So I hope we get a nice window today of riding time. We definitely want to send Johan home with a very good feeling, and also both guys in the satellite team. But that's the main point today where we want to work on.
I'm curious, the way that you're going to, you know, change. Sorry, we've got to get out of a motorcycle's way in the beginning of the garage. We're just moving so we can carry on talking. To do this, to try and get your riders happy, is it like a different chassis, or is it playing with geometry on the one you have already? Meaning Paul likes a different geometry than the other guys, or?
No, we can do that with normal geometry things you can do on a bike without changing the chassis. We will not start here to play with different chassis, because we worked a lot with chassis, believe me, and we are sure now we have a great base, and with the normal tools how to change the geometry for a bike, I'm sure we can fulfill all the requests for today. And that's very important now, not to start with Johan the same road like Paul and Bradley had to go, with too many parts and too many technical informations in their head. I think it's very important to give Johan now the chance to ride the bike and command the bike without putting the bike in pieces immediately. Yeah, because we want to get out of that corner and give a little bit more stability for the technical development also.
Just before I let you go, can you give us a rundown on what your plans are from here for the next tests? What kind of your schedule is? I know where you're going to test, but what your aims are.
Yeah, I mean, it's now there is still a full truck of different parts, but like I just mentioned, we want to get more quiet now and not make crazy steps. So we hope to find a really good base with Johan quickly. But then for any question he has, I hope we have an option in the truck. So, but if you develop so quick and crazy like we did in the last weeks, and we had a huge target in the whole 2 years. We always said by Valencia 2018 we need to go to the second part of the project and be here with new bikes and the latest level what we have. And if you work 2 years day and night and you bring everything on track for that date, you don't have 100 good ideas for the next morning. So now it's time to bring everything on the track what we produced in the last weeks. And now we need riding time and adapt Johan to the bike and the crew and the team. But not to forget also Paul, if he's now so fit and the bike is working good on that level, maybe with very small things now we can even improve a little bit more. Yeah, it's a different situation. If I look back now 2 years ago, we started the project and we had to start without Paul because he was not allowed by his Yamaha contract to start with us. And we had a Bradley completely injured with his leg. And now looking now into this garage, you have two super fit, two super strong riders sitting there. By the way, not to forget, we have now 2 podium guys in the KTM garage. Not dreaming of, like on paper already. I'm super happy and super proud. And also 2 more guys in the Tech 3 garage. So that's for me like a power force like we never had it, and we will collect a lot of input from all these guys, and I'm sure the project gets more dynamic now, and soon the arrival of Danny. Also Mika is almost ready to hit the bike again. I think we are on a good way, yeah, to make stronger steps and better steps in the future. And if you do now something with one of the 4 riders or even one of the 6 riders, you are not distracting maybe the fastest one in the garage all the time. So we really try to keep the top guys, yeah, more quiet and not to fill them with too many technical material.
Pete, thank you very much for your time and your thoughts.
Thank you guys, and have a good day. And I hope we're gonna still see some nice laps today. Exciting for everybody, and still exciting for me to be like the rookie in this pit lane of Motogp. Yeah, to be here and representing such a huge project. So also a moment to thank at home KTM factory and all our board members, because I promised them 2 years ago I don't want to lead them into a crazy adventure. I said we have a plan how to do it, and at the moment it's already like a thing where we can look back a little bit what we have done, and yeah, I think you all agree we didn't do stupid and crazy things. We are on a good way, and so it's a nice moment for me in the whole project. Thank you guys.
Good luck from here.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, thanks to Pit Byros for talking there to Simon Crafart. Of course, he does now have 2 riders, as he rightly mentioned, that have podiums. They've had a taste of that podium success. They've not yet had race wins, Pol Espargaro or Johan Zarco, but they'll be looking for that to change soon. Zarco has completed his first run. He's come into pit lane, a 33.3, his fastest time. In comparison to yesterday, it's about half a second off where he was. Andrea Iannone, who he was just showing the circuit with a moment ago, is also out there. The Yamaha test rider, Jonas Folger, has gone out as well. And now it's Miller time also. Jack Miller, the Australian, technical problems at the end of yesterday, but he's back out on circuit. It will be interesting to know, actually, what the whole programme is with Jonas Folger. Now they've got this European test team, Matt. I mean, I've got no idea what he's got underneath that bike at the moment, but with them obviously trying different things, they'll be throwing all sorts at Jonas Folger. And they've got effectively a whole new team. I mean, it's called a European test team. There'll be some new faces in that garage as well.
Yeah, Valentino Rossi was again impressed with Jonas Folger. We know that he pushed for the German to be the figurehead of that new Yamaha European-based test team. And he said Folger is a guy that can push the bike to its limit, and more importantly, he's been impressed with the feedback that the German's been able to offer as well. So he will be a useful ally for Maverick Vinales and Valentino Rossi next year, as Andrea Iannone drops down into this tricky downhill left-hander, turn 14, the final corner. Only did 15 laps yesterday. An initial little check out on the Aprilia RSGP. I'm sure he's going to be putting in a bit of a longer stint today, Andrea Iannone. Hafiz Syrene just looking on, still in his civvies. He's not expressing any great interest to get out there at the moment. Hafiz Syrene was 24th yesterday, almost 3 seconds off the best pace, although of course it's his first taste of the KTM RC16 yesterday.
Johan Zarco then feeding back what will be such crucial feedback on what he thinks of this KTM through all the corners. Marcus Eschenbacher there on the left, just taking notes down from the Frenchman as this new relationship starts to blossom. Andre Iannone's putting the Aprilia through its paces. He's got Jack Miller just up ahead of him on circuit, and he's up in Sector 1 on Zarco's time.
Johan Zarco said one of the coolest things about yesterday was not the fact that he got to ride a brand new motorcycle. He just said that it was his first experience, of course, of being in a fully fledged factory team in the Motogp World Championship, and he said it was really, really nice when he was coming back to his seat and he couldn't see any daylight basically because there was just a swarm, an army of KTM engineers, WP suspension technicians as well. So he said, I'm not going to be lacking support to try and take this KTM to the front, that's for sure.
Well, no, and that's an important point, isn't it? You know, he's, with the greatest respect to Zarco and the Tech 3 team, they've not been the priority for you know, that team. Yamaha looked to Valentino Rossi and Maverick Vinales, and the hand-me-down last year bikes were the bikes that Johan Zarco